in this very life, by transcending limitations of time, space and causation and becoming one with the absolute truth, that special prerogative of only human beings. Now let us decide, what do we want in life? Of course we must have career development. Of course we must have earned money. Of course we must have ambitions, like to become like Bill Gates. We must have ambition to have more money, more money. At the same time, we must also know where do we end. What do we are going to take? Yes, you are trying very hard. You must try to get a gold medal. But ultimately, you must also remember, gold medal will not go with you. That does not mean we should not try for gold medal. That does not mean we should not go for career development. That does not mean we should not earn money. But we must understand the value of everything. The value of all these things is absolutely zero at the time of death. For our individual sake, of course, we must earn money for our children, for our parents. We should not be selfish that, oh, I am going to die, so why should I care? No. We are human beings. We care for others. I am not saying we will not, but our priorities will change. And time management, I tell you one thing. The essence of time management, only one thing, setting up the priorities of life. That's all. The whole gist of time management is only this: setting up the priorities of life, setting up the priorities of your ambitions, setting up the priorities of your achievements. That's all. Once you do that, you will be able to give more time to your items which are priority wise, and give less time to those items which are not so important in the ultimate analysis. Maybe temporary you have. So we know purposely, yes, I know that I am wasting time, but I am purposely wasting. At least that much we must know. How much we know. And so before that we must know the priorities of life. Once the priorities are set, time management is very, very easy. Otherwise what will happen? All your efforts, saving the time by minute, second by second, ultimately very beautiful project, you come to know the topic of your project was something different. Whole project gone to pieces. All your time gone at one stroke. Just as Alexander was weeping, we will be weeping. Oh, kya kiya humne apne जीवन में? What did I achieve? I am not able to. At the time of death, we should not have any regrets कि हमने इतना टाइम मैनेजमेंट किया, बाद में ये टाइम मैनेजमेंट करने के बाद इतना सब अचीव किया, but ultimately it is of zero value. That should not happen. So, and even when you are trying to have time management, there are so many thousands of activities. Everybody, there are thousands of books to be read. You must know priority, which book is for priority. I am doing PhD in some history subject. There are books on geography also. There are books on chemistry, mathematics, physics also. There are books on so many other topics. But for the time being, I have to get maximum marks in my examination of PhD in history subject. Let me concentrate on history books now. After PhD, you can do it. In vacation, you go for novels, you go for fiction, you go for other books. But at present, my priority is my subject of PhD. So this setting up the priorities of life is very, very important. And before we talk about time management, we must also know the importance of time. First of all, we remember this thing, that all the great people in the history who have been great, or all those who have achieved something, what we call achievers in various fields, whether in the field of business, industries, whether in the field of education, social service, any field, any great person, they have consciously or unconsciously, knowingly or unknowingly, they have followed the techniques of time management, and hence they got success, because they also have 24 hours. We also have 24 hours. Anybody getting less? Please tell me. Anybody getting less? There was a beautiful article in Reader's Digest, beautiful paragraph about time deposit. He says there is a typical bank. A typical bank deposits 86,400 rupees in your bank account every day morning, and whatever money you use, you can use any money, whatever you can use. But supposing if you do not use, this money will not be carried forward, that is gone. Next day morning again you will get 86,400 rupees. So what we should do? Utilize every rupee, because it cannot be carried forward, utilize each rupee. And then it says, yes, there is a bank that is called time deposit. Every day morning you get 86,400 seconds deposited in your bank account. Whatever seconds you utilize fruitfully, that is yours. Whatever you cannot utilize properly, that is gone. Next day again 86,400 seconds you will get, if provided you are alive. It will come. But so one is time management of the whole life. Another is, now we are talking about the time management of every day, 24 hours. How to utilize 86,400 seconds in a profitable way, so that we can meet with the success, the same success with the achievers and the great people in the past, or those who are in the present have achieved. So, item number 1 is, time is important, try to utilize each and every second. Item number 2, that each and every one of us can utilize time properly and can benefit from time management, irrespective of whether we are executives, managers, students, teachers. Each and everybody has got a birthright to utilize the time, because time is available, because every human being is getting 86,400 seconds. There is no such rule that you will get one less or some more. I will tell you afterwards how to get more than 86,400, that I will tell you later on last. I will tell you how to get more than 86,400 seconds, less last I will tell you. But for the time being, in general, 86,400 seconds. You cannot get more. Now utilize each and every second. Another formula you must remember is, time and tide wait for none. Time and tide wait for none. The time that is gone, that is gone. Sometimes people say, yes, we must be very careful. Why? Why? Because time is money. I say, no, time is not money. Time is more important than money. Why? Supposing if you are doing a business and you have loss of 1 crore rupees, there is a possibility that you may get a profit of 1 crore rupees or 2 crore rupees next year, and you can tide over your loss of 1 crore rupees by getting more profit next year. Is it possible? But supposing already 10:30, 10:25 today, now 10:26 already, okay. Now can you tell me, today is the date is 29 June 2013. Now 10:25 AM. Tell me whether 10:24 AM of 29 June 2013 will come again or not. Will it come again? Will it come? No. 10:25 will not. 10:26 will come, but 10:25 will not come. 10:30 will come, but 10:25 will not come. 10:25 will come again, but PM, not AM. But will come again 30th June, but not 29th June. Will come again, but 2014, not 2013. Yes, it will come same time, 10:25 AM of 29th June will come again in 2014, but the 10:25 AM of 29th June of 2013 gone forever. So time and tide wait for none. So try to utilize the second which is slipping out of your hand. We must understand the importance of time, because it is running out. Supposing we are going to be living here for, say, let us be optimistic, 100 years. And 50 years is gone, so now only 50 years only are left. No, 50 years are not left. Then what is left? psychologists, sociologists, they have made a survey that average age, take it for 70 years, average age 70 years. But that does not mean there is no guarantee that you will live, we all will live for 70 years, no guarantee. This is average age. But let us, for example, that we are going to live for 70 years. I wish you all live for 100 years. But supposing we are living for up to 70 years. Now, what is the analysis they have made? Out of 70 years, research shows that an average person lives 70 years. This is how those years are spent. 28 years, this is average, 28 years in sleeping. Of course, for Kumbhakarna it will be much more. But average person, out of 70 years, not 100 years, mind you, I am talking about only 70 years. Out of 70, so percentage will be much more if you take it 100 years. I am talking out of 70 years, 28 gone for sleeping. And then 10 years for studying. 8 years recreation, average, but of course some people have got more for recreation. 5 years traveling. Oh, for me it will be, I think my half life has gone for traveling only. So the equation will be different, but 5 years of traveling. 6 years illness. 6 years illness, average. Some people, they are fond of more of illness, so they will be falling more. 4 years of eating. Some people enjoy eating more, so for them it will be more. 3 years of dressing. Of course, for women it will be more, for men it may be less. But nowadays men are also coming for competition. They are also taking more time in dressing. If you have to go for interview, more tie and this you have to see. Then 6 years working. This is the analysis. We were thinking we have got 70 years. No. Working time is only 6 years. So for example, if you are 35 years old, don't think that you have got 35 years more. Only 3 years of life, of working life is left. I mean, what is in your choice? Whatever you want to achieve, you have to achieve within 3 years if you are living for 70 years and if you are 35 years. Because half is gone. Half life is gone. Out of 6 years, only 3 years of working of life is remaining. Can you understand? Can you understand how much we have to be very careful in our time management? So, there is a beautiful saying I got somewhere, I am sharing with you. It is not mine, I got from somewhere, I do not know the source. Where it is told, and you must have also heard, if you want to know the importance of time, if you want to know the importance of 1 year, you ask a student, what is the importance of 1 year? You ask a student who has failed in examination, 1 year gone. Now, if you want to get the importance of 1 month, ask the mother who has delivered a premature baby. If you want to know the importance of 1 week, ask the editor of the weekly magazine how hard it is to complete the whole work in 1 week. If you want to know the importance of 1 day, ask the contractor who missed his tender just by 1 day. He was late in 1 day and he missed the tender of crores of rupees. If you want to know the importance of 1 hour, try to ask the mother who is waiting for her son to return from the school. For 1 hour, for her it is too big a thing. If you want to know the importance of 1 minute, ask the man who missed the train by 1 minute. If you want to know the importance of 1 second, ask the woman who avoided an accident just by a second. And if you want to know the importance of 1 millisecond, ask the athlete who lost a gold medal in Olympic. 1 millisecond, lost the gold medal. So even 1 millisecond is so important. And we are wasting not milliseconds, not seconds, not minutes, not hours, not days, years together. This is our situation. So let us know the importance of time. And there is a beautiful saying which I would like to share with you, that yesterday is history, and tomorrow is a mystery. It is a mystery. Yesterday is history, that is true, and tomorrow is a mystery, Okay? And today is a gift. Today is a gift, and that is why it is called present. What is gift? Gift means present. Today is the gift. Why? Because that is why it is called present. The present is with you. The yesterday is a history and future is a mystery. So make use of the present, because it is a present. It is a gift to you. Make the best use of the gift that is present. Let us try to utilize the present time profitably. Our future is going to be bright. There is no doubt about it. But the accountants say in different way. You know, accountants have got their own language. What do they say? That yesterday is a cancelled check. You cannot get any money out of it. Yesterday is a cancelled check. अभी देना बैंक का कोई आपको देगा, जो बैंक खत्म होगी उसका चेक आपको लेगा 1 करोड़ रुपया. फायदा क्या है? कैंसल्ड चेक. Yesterday is a cancelled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. पता नहीं कल तक बैंक रहेगी कि नहीं. Promissory note. So yesterday is a cancelled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Today is cash. So try to make use of the cash. This is the cash money. Today, this is cash, hard cash on your hand. Try to utilize this cash in a proper manner, and that is the time management. So, once we know the importance of time, then only we will be able to really go for the techniques of time management. Before we go for the techniques of time management, we must know the benefits of time management. Once we get time management, we can do more work in less time. Our efficiency increases, our output increases, our productivity increases. Then we have better health, we have better human relations, and we have less stress. We will be talking about how stress management, time management are related to each other. One more point that I would like to share is that before we go for the tea break, after the tea break, we will be talking about A to Z of time management. The paper is with you. I will try to explain that paper. So, we will talk about A to Z of techniques of time management in the second session, and then also we will have question answer session, a little bit of meditation if the time permits. But one thing is there. Some people think that time management means punctuality, coming in time. That is what they say. To a certain is true, but time management is not only keeping the time. Time management is not only punctuality. Punctuality is very important for success. Punctuality is very important, but it is a part of time management. As I told you, even if you are punctual or whatever it is, there are so many other types of techniques that you must know, and you must also know the goal of life, the priorities of life. Basically, as I told you, it is nothing but setting up the priorities of life, analyzing and all that. So, punctuality is not time management, but punctuality is important for time management, and we have to learn certain things. And of course, punctuality is very good. We are having blind imitation of Western materialistic culture. Swami Vivekananda said, what we want is Western science coupled with Vedanta. And he also said, we must take good things from the Western countries. What we want is East and West combined. The best of East and the best of West will give you the best of everything. So, he was not very orthodox that, you know, we do not go to the Western countries, do not take. He went at the time when it was considered a sin to cross the ocean. That time, against the wish of others, against the wishes of all the Hindu leaders, he went, crossed the ocean and participated in the World Parliament of Religions in Chicago in 1893. Message of harmony of religions, but we did not take the message of harmony of religions. So what happened? Exactly after 108 years, there was another 9/11. You know, the plane, the World Tower was crossed. Why? Because the people who were sitting there in the plane, who were driving the plane into the buildings, they were thinking that they were doing a great job. They were doing the Lord's work. But actually this is fanaticism. Swamiji said, fanaticism, bigotry and sectarianism. This has been the cause of bloodshed for many years in the past. And he told on 11th September 1993, and I fervently pray that the bell that tolled this morning in the honor of this convention may be the death of all sorts of fanaticism, of all sorts of dogmatism, of all sorts of sectarianism, and of all sorts of persecutions, whether with the sword or whether with the pen, in the name of religion. But that did not happen. We did not listen to the message properly in 9/11. And so we are now going to have another 9/11. This year, 11th September 1893, same Art Institute where Swami Vivekananda gave his speech, we are going to have a program. The government of India is coming forward to have a program in consultation with the Art Institute, where we will again talk about the harmony of religions and the message of Swami Vivekananda, because this is the 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. But whatever it is, what I was talking about is that Swami Vivekananda always favored the best of the East and the West. He went to the Western countries. He said, I have a message to the West as Buddha had a message to the East. He said, what is India to me? I love India, but the whole world belongs to me. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And that is why he internally felt, inside his heart of the hearts, he felt that really all the people sitting were his brothers and sisters. It is one family, and that is why he started his speech. Rather than ladies and gentlemen, he started, dear sisters and brothers of America. And that touched the hearts of Americans so much. 7,000 people stood up and clapped and clapped and clapped for more than 2 minutes. First of all, Swamiji was afraid, what has happened? But then he later on discovered, no, he was being appreciated. But it had come from his heart, and that touched the heart of the Americans. He really felt they are all my brothers and sisters. And that is why it touched the hearts of the Americans. Nobody talked to them like this. And then he gave with so much of love his message. Ye is the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. Vedanta does not recognize sin, it recognizes error. And the greatest error you are making when you call yourself a sinner, or when you call yourself a sinner, ye the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. Ye divinities are not sinners. It is a sin to call a man so. It is standing liable on human nature. Come up, O lions, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your souls immortal, spirits free. Blessed internal, you are not matter, you are not bodies. Matter is servant, not ye the servant of matter. And Americans got so much of peace of mind that Swamiji had to stay there for 3.5 years for preaching the message of this, for giving the nectar of Vedanta, the message of Vedanta, the message of India's spiritual wisdom. And then he stayed for there, and what time management he did. Sometimes he had to do 10 or 12 lectures per week, and he has to move here and there. But inside that also, he was maintaining his dignity, maintaining his sanctity, maintaining his tranquility. Whenever he used to go by tram, sometimes the conductor would say, where do you want to go? I wanted to go that, oh, that station has gone, but he was meditating there. So last station has come, now again go back. Even during those moments of great panicky, he was maintaining tranquility. That is the secret of time management. That time management is of no use which gives you stress. That time management is no use which gives you blood pressure. That time management is of no use which gives you bypass surgery. We want to manage the time in such a manner, maintaining our tranquility, maintaining our meditative mood, maintaining our dignity, maintaining our health. That is proper time management. That is what shown by Swamiji. And so what I was talking about punctuality, he also said punctuality is very important. But sometimes, you know, when he was going to take the train, and all the disciples, American disciples, you know, they are very much this punctual. Swamiji, you must hurry up, you must hurry up. But Swamiji is walking like a lion, gradually, slowly. Yes, Swamiji, Swami, we will miss the train. And Swamiji smiled and said, is there no next train? Now they were bewildered. Is there no next train? But that is for Swami Vivekananda. We don't should follow that. So, but the thing is that the secret of time management is not only punctuality not at the cost of the health, but punctuality we must take. So Swamiji said we must take the best of the West. For example, blind imitation of Western materialistic culture he was against. But he said we must take good things of the West, but that we are not taking. You know, our 11th president of the Ramakrishna mission was Swami Gambhiranandji. You know, before joining the order, he was in military. He maintained his military attitude. He was very punctual to the minute. It was very difficult for us to work with him. And I had the pleasure and privilege to work with him, to be associated with him when he was in Ranchi. When I was in Ranchi, we used to go out walking every day. 5:30 a.m. after his meditation, he will go for a walk, and I used to accompany him. One day I discovered that it was 5:35. I said, I will catch hold of him today. Swamiji, your time management has failed. Today is 5:35. Later I discovered my clock was wrong. His clock was perfect. This is All India Radio time. All India Radio standard time. See, he told me. And my house best become like, he had conquered, he had won every minute. But before that, this is after my joining and I was in Ranchi, but when I became, first of all I became monk in 76 when I joined Belumat. So somehow or the other I was a fool. At that time I did not know he was the general secretary. Later on he became the 11th president. He was at that time general secretary. I took upon myself the task of reading out a book to him because his eyes were not proper. So I said, Swamiji, I want to undertake that duty of reading out the books. I thought I will have holy association with him. I had just joined recently, so I was very bold. I did not know the general secretary and I am just a pre-professional. At that time, this did not strike me. Then he was very serious, but he was very loving. He said, okay, you come at 1:45 every day, noon, 1:45, you come, and then 15 minutes of reading. This was his, his routine was very much fixed. 4 a.m. get up. Up to 5:30, meditation, reading, all that. 5:30 will go for walking. It will not be 5:31. Everything. 6:45 will take breakfast. It should not be 6:46. Everything, all his servants, these people have to be very, very alert. Every minute. He will go to the office this time, everything. So because night we take less sleep, we take a nap in the afternoon. And he will take a nap of half an hour, then again he is on the job. Now 1:45, for 2 days I went, I used to sit down, I read out, and then he will listen. Now third day what had happened, I had recently joined, Bengal climate did not suit me, and there was no fan at that time. Now the fans have come, no fan, and such sultry climate, so much perspiring, and nights also did not have sleep. Morning also nights also no sleep, and whole day we have to work. So that day noon, after lunch, I got a little nap. And when I got up, I saw it is already 1:45. My God, 1:45 I have to be in his chamber. Immediately washed my face and ran. By the time I reached his office, it was 1:50. Every day it used to happen, 1:45, I will be sitting on the bench outside. 1:45, his door will open, exactly. I will enter, sit down. Now that day I saw the door is open already. And I became, what will happen? And then I sat down. He told me to sit down. This side he is there, side I am sitting down, and I have to read out, the book is in my hand. He did not utter a single word. Only one thing what he did was, there was a clock, small clock, he just turned the clock like this. My God, you can understand how much, he did not say a single word, he just turned the clock towards me to tell me you are 5 minutes late. That was a great lesson. Punctuality is so much important, time is so much important. That was a great lesson. I will talk about the 13th president of Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Ranganathanand ji. His books and CDs are available. You might have heard his name. He was an internationally famous person. Now he had some friends in Japan. So his friends from Japan came. He said, Swamiji, it's a very, very wonderful thing. You see, we produce so many watches and clocks in our country, but we have only one watch per family. And rest of that we export to get foreign exchange. Here in India, you say you are a poor country, but everybody wearing a watch. Even a rickshawala, cycle rickshawala is wearing a watch. But if you ask, what is the time? Babuji dekh lijiye. Usko time dekhna bhi nahi aata. Babuji aap dekh lijiye. He doesn't know how to look at the time, but he has got a watch. It is an ornament. And so he said, it's very strange. In our country, we are having one watch per family. You are a poor country. Everybody wearing a watch, even including a rickshawala, and the greatest tragedy is that everybody wearing a watch, nobody keeping time. Everybody wearing a watch and nobody keeping time in India. We have, you know, Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time is minimum half an hour late. Indian Standard Time. Of course, when I was in Porbandar, I did not know that Porbandar is not in India. Porbandar has got its own standard time, Porbandar Standard Time. When I went there, you know, Ramakrishna Mission, we tried to make each and every second, every minute. 8:30 a.m. the program will start, means it will start 8:30, not 8:31. And then it has to finish at 9:30 or 10, it will finish. Evening 6 o'clock means 6 o'clock and it will end at 8 o'clock. Now, some people came at 8:30 and said, program था ना कहाँ हो गया? बंद हो गया, program हो गया, खत्म हो गया, सब चले भी गए. When I was invited for some program in the beginning, for me, I feel it's 6 o'clock, so I reach at 5:45 so that I am not late. I find it is closed. At 6:15, 6:30, the peon came to open the gate. बोले वो 6 o'clock प्रोग्राम था ना, हाँ वो अभी तो बाबू साहब आए नहीं है, ऑर्गेनाइजर आए नहीं, उसके पहले मैं पहुंच गया. फिर मैं समझ गया पोरबंदर स्टेट टाइम कुछ और है, इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम से भी आगे है. So anyway, whatever it is, Indian Standard Time, half an hour late. This is our, so everybody wearing a watch, nobody keeping time. But from Western countries we have to learn. I'll give you only two examples. In 2004, I was invited by the Coventry University to give the presentation. It was a second international conference on disaster management. As you know, Ramakrishna Mission was started by Swami Vivekananda in order to worship the human beings in the spirit of worship, service to the human beings in the spirit of worship, Shiva Gyane Jiva Seva. So basically for implementing the message of Sri Ramakrishna of Shiva Gyane Jiva Seva, worshipping the divine in human beings, Swami Vivekananda started Ramakrishna Mission. So we have got 14 indoor hospitals, 90 outdoor dispensaries, 6,000 education institutions with 6 lakh students and 1 crore patients getting benefited every year, and big rural and tribal development projects. And most important is disaster management. Anywhere, any disaster, first day our relief work starts. Now our Uttaranchal relief work is already going on, for which we are taking the donations. So anytime, any disaster, we do the relief. And you know, 26 January 2001, there was earthquake. So within 5 minutes we started our relief work, and we told all our, and you know our main thing is job is begging. So we begged money. We collected 20 crores of rupees. With that we constructed, first of all we did primary relief work, and then we constructed 81 school buildings and 6 colonies. But these 81 school buildings we had to do on an emergency scale because the earthquake was in January and the June month the schools were opening. So they wanted, so within, and our rehabilitation was started in March. Within 2 or 3 months we started giving the schools to the government, and they were very much surprised. But we went for prefabrication technology, so that is why we could do it. But whatever it is, the second international conference disaster management, they wanted to know how could we finish the job so quickly. So I went there for presentation because I had constructed 37 school building in Porbandar district alone out of the 81 school buildings. So I went there for presentation. So when I went there, I thought of visiting our other centers in UK, Germany, France, Switzerland, others. So after Coventry University, I went to Birmingham, where we have our official center. From Coventry, I went there. Now, in London, there is some Vivekananda center that is operating. It is not to Ramakrishna Mission, but some people are doing very good job. So they said, Swamiji, when you come, we are working among the youth. Why not you give a lecture to our youth? I said, okay, I agreed. So the time was 6:30, and I knew that these people are very, very punctual. So I should not cut a sorry figure. Already they have got a very low opinion about Indians. I said I should not at least give them a chance to say that we are late. So I told the person who was driving me that let us start, it is only 2 hours. So if we start 4:30, we can reach 6:30. I said let us start 2 hours earlier. So we started 3 o'clock, 1.5 hours earlier, and it was very good decision on my part, because you know you cannot depend on English weather. Of course, there is a proverb which I will not tell you, which you know. You cannot depend on two things in UK. One is the English weather, second I will not say. But anyway, so English weather, any time there will be rain, any time there will be storm. And this is what happened. There was a big storm and heavy rain, and so we could not see our way, and we had to stop afterwards. And that time GPS was not there. I am talking about 2004. Now GPS have come, so no problem. So we have to ask the way, and finally we reach at 6 o'clock, right in time. But after going there, I find the whole hall is empty. So I took it for granted. In India, what happens if such a big storm, the program is cancelled. So I was very happy, and so when I was told by the organizers, will you have a cup of tea? Yes, yes, very welcome tea, such rain is coming, and I will have a hot cup of tea, very nice. When I was taking the tea, the organizer says, Swamiji, you will have to be very quick because we are getting late for the function. Huh? I had thought, why? The function is not cancelled? He said, who told you that? Because I said, 15 minutes back, I said the hall is empty. You come, the whole hall is full. My God, within 5 minutes, whole hall is full. People, in spite of the storm, they have come. There is a big stand. They have put their umbrellas, their raincoats there, and all sitting in the hall. Exactly 6:30 the program started. 7:30 I was told by the organizers, you must finish 1 hour talk because the people have to go to some other place, otherwise they will lose the road. Ready? Chalo, aate hain. Otherwise, कहाँ? कैंटीन में? कैंटीन में जाएंगे तो? ओके, कैंटीन में आएंगे चाय पीने के लिए. बहुत, अभी चाय की बात हो रही थी. हाँ, यस, वेरी वेलकम टी. देखो चाय का कैसा नाम लेते, चाय का संदेश आ गया. उस समय मैं चाह रहा था. Anyway, so then I saw the hall is full, and 7 o'clock, 7:30 they said, Swamiji, you must stop at 7:25 because 5 minutes will be taken by vote of thanks. 7:30 they have to go for some other appointment. So we have to learn these things from them. They are very to the minute. I will give just one example and finish. When I went, that time after UK, I went to Switzerland. After France, Germany, Switzerland. Now Switzerland, you know, I told you Swamiji got his inspiration after seeing the Alps, mountain, snow range clades. So there is a place called Safe. Beautiful place. In the Safe, in wilderness, there is a beautiful temple of Saint Mary. Beautiful. And Swamiji was so much impressed by Saint Mary's temple that he meditated there. I had heard about it. So I said, I must go and visit that Saint Mary's temple. Now it is a little in the wilderness. After I visited the temple, I was so much enamored. I sat down for meditation for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Suddenly I found that the bus is going to start at 3:45. Already it is 3:30. And then I have to go down quickly because it is in the marketplace, bus will not come to the mountain. So I ran down to the marketplace from where I will get the bus. Exactly at 3:45, I reached there. And I waited the bus stand for 5-10 minutes, the bus is not coming. My God, I thought Switzerland